Do not worry, my friend. We're still dropping frames, but that's all right. 85% of our frames are dropped. So at least the audio will come through, but I'm telling you right now, the visual quality might be a little diminished, but hey, whatever. That's what we do.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
That's what we get for doing live shows, right?
Right.
Which is no big deal.
You.
What's that?
Did you get on this Wi-Fi?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so?
Is your Wi-Fi the name of your local establishment? Perfect.
Yep, we're on it.
Yes.
Let me see if I can turn some.
No. Don't cater to us, man. We already got it up and running.
I don't need to be on.
All right. Well, that's customer service right there. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. This feels like there's some plastic sleeves in here. I can't wait to go over this. All right.
Right, I'm excited.
All right, my friend. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's figure this out. Well, I do this every other time we go live. I don't know what's so different now. Well, I think it's just because I'm sitting on the left side of the table versus the right. Pappa J, who are you talking to right now?
The Man in Black.
Who is that?
That would be Alex Salyers, the most violent man on TV. He's heading to a show right now.
Oh, do we know which one?
No, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, this show?
Finding out.
Oh, I thought you meant he's heading to this show. You
No,
confused
he's
the hell
heading to
out
a wrestling show. I'm going to expect. He just said I'm heading to a show. Yeah, AWF. Arizona Wrestling Federation. Oops. No, I'd never said that.
Pappa J, stop dropping information.
Right, I did.
Stop.
I completely fucked everybody up. Never mind.
Stop. You just...
Never mind.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and reveal some more secrets about your friends? All these people come to you and they say, hey, Pappa J, please don't say this to anybody. And the first thing you do is go on your fucking podcast, ask 2 listeners, and then say it to everybody in the world. Jesus. You're
You gotta do what you gotta do.
such an ass. You're such an ass. And Mark's just sitting here enjoying it because he's not in the middle of any of it.
Not yet.
It's like watching mommy and daddy fight in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right.
We've all been there before,
Let's
right?
get it on.
Right, that's what I just say. Make my oatmeal, bitch.
Oh, my God.
You're already in the kitchen.
Well, let's start the show before you get us even more canceled.
Here's Big Lip Radio from iHeartRadio.
This is K-Dog with Big Lip Radio, and if you think this is good, check out Lip Service at biglipradio.com/lip service for a better show.
I'll be on my grind, never running on my mind.
Dorkside. Got the games that we play every frickin' night. Call of Duty, PSO, yeah, you know it right. Dorkside. Topsy likes to brag even though he frickin' dies. At the bottom of the leaderboard every night. Dorkside. Coffee kills, shotgun throws, and them campers right outside. Dorkside.
Are you ready? Hey, think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down.
Oh, breaking it down. It is May 27th, 2023. We are at Gotham City Comics live for leg 3 of the We Can't Be Canceled tour with Big Lip Radio presents The Dork Side Live number 3.
Think you could tell me what to do?
At my side, the ever faithful, unable to please a woman. The only virgin I know with kids. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Z-Money!
But that's a breaks, boy. Yeah, that's a breaks, little man.
That's a price, little man. Oh, I'm not a little man. I'm a big man. I'm a big man. All right?
Yes, you are.
I'm a big man.
Yes, you are.
So leave me alone, because I'm the big man.
Eat your Wheaties. We get it.
Top Z.
I am indeed Top Z, a.k.a. Z-Money, and we are not alone, my friends. If you're watching this live right now, you see there is a hefty amount of camera space taken up by one individual, one of our bestest friends in the entire world, Pappa J's lawyer, a.k.a. none other than the legendary Bulk Lesnar.
Break it down.
That's his bear stance.
It is my wife's favorite host of the show. Is the lawyer Brock Lesnar?
I feel like he's the nicest, genuinely, right? Like, there's a big difference between nice and genuinely nice. And
true.
he's the most, I feel like, well put together in a lot of aspects of his life. I mean,
on camera.
He does have a brand new Saturn. What year was it?
A brand new 2009.
There you go.
I guess what I'm trying to say is he's really nice to my wife and doesn't buy her lingerie. So I really
That's
appreciate
true.
that. I really appreciate that, and I can't say that about a lot of the hosts on our show, which is why they're probably not here right now. They're like, Z Money,
they're with your wife.
They're like, Z Money, is your chick gonna be there? And I said nope, and now they're not here. So
I didn't
a
put
lot
that
of
together.
questions.
Where do you think he is?
Well, we all know where he is.
Yeah, at your house.
Using my Peloton bike, eating my ramen,
He's
singing my kids' bedtime stories.
He may be in your Peloton, but he's also probably in your pillow right now.
Well, I can tell
He's
you.
in your pillow a ton.
Well, listen, I'm not the one that's worried because every time I call him out for trying to claim my chick,
Right.
he backs down instantly. But he definitely has no fear, which we learned last Tuesday, for claiming Pappa J's wife. Zero fucking fear in that boy. If you listen to last Tuesday podcast, he claimed Pappa J's wife with respect. He said, "Don't ever talk about me again unless you say it correctly."
I couldn't believe it. My mouth hit the floor.
Not only that, but we have plenty more we're going to get into on today's show. Pappa J went to a game store out of state. That's always exciting news. He also has an update for his game room. What is it, Night of Champions, or AKA Brock Lesnar says
late morning of champions.
Late morning of champions. And then a bunch of other nerdy topics and segments for you guys. This is the dork side. This is where we get nerdy. So I'm trying.
Right.
I almost don't know where my cameras are set up. That's why they're probably so off right now.
It's right there. See,
Yeah,
that's ours.
right. It's right there and then right there. Oh, my goodness. But, Pappa J, I do know we are live, like we've been talking about for the last 3 months, at Gotham City Comics, which can be located where, Pappa J?
We are located at 151 North Country Club Drive. Come on down, buy some comic books, buy some action figures. You look behind us, you see all kinds of great action figures. You're going to want to check out all of this stuff, man. They got Funko Pops, and they got graphic novels. They got a whole plethora, I'm looking, of wrestling action figures. These boys are like yo boys, and we're all into professional
What are
wrestling.
yo boys?
Yo boys?
You've
is
said
us.
yo boys multiple boys.
Yo boys. Like your boys.
Like
It's the
Like your
Caucasian
boys.
accent.
Yeah, it's a Caucasian accent.
Okay, my
I
bad.
got a cock
My
accent?
bad.
Yeah.
You do. You have a cock
Yeah.
accent.
Wow.
And your breath smells like it too.
Wow, that's horrendous.
No,
Well,
that's just liquid death.
I get it when
gotta-
your jaw's tired. I understand. You
I
just
gotta
start
go-
saying some weird shit.
I gotta go brush my teeth.
You don't do that. You don't fucking. You don't even wear underwear. Why you brush
That's
your
true.
teeth?
That's
If
true.
you don't wear underwear, you probably don't brush your teeth.
No.
No.
I mean, once a week.
He said, just go with it. Ah.
Once a week, I bring out the old hammer and chisel.
Drink enough water, your mouth stays clean.
Yeah, that's true.
Ew.
It's a scientific fact. I
guys-
read it. I wrote it down and then I read it.
You guys are dead nasty. I'll tell you that much.
Little do you know that also on camera I have my doctorate, so I'm a doctor as well. So if I told you,
You're a lawyer and a doctor
On TV.
and a wrestler.
On TV.
Jeez.
I'm building up my resume. I actually have somebody I idolized. The most versatile man in the entertainment industry.
Is he money?
No, Johnny Sins.
Oh, Johnny Sins.
Man's a firefighter. He's a teacher. He's an astronaut. He is a
Look how
doctor.
dumbfounded Pop. Do you know who Johnny Sins is? By
I
the
have
way?
no idea who that
Okay,
is.
so you know when last time we were here, this is really ironic. We always end up talking about this subject while we're here at Gotham City Comics, and we got a couple things we'll get into here in a second with Gotham City Comics. But ironically enough, we're again on the subject of porn.
Oh, hey, I like porn.
Yeah,
Now, when you hear the name Johnny Sins in porn, you could only imagine why Brock Lesnar would know this gentleman's name.
Oh, is that a featured actor?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's essentially the Ron Jeremy of our generation.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
he's assaulting women and nobody's talking about it until after he retires?
No, but this is
Oh.
good.
Well, Trump didn't do that. He just assaulted women.
Hey, man, grab him by the,
Well, he literally said what he was going to do.
I like walking in the kitchen going, hey, Kimmy, look, I'm Donald Trump. Honk.
You honk it? Why is it honk? Why does her thing honk?
I don't know.
Why'd you honk it like a boob?
I don't know. It does, though.
Why is it that size?
It'll literally honk.
Like, how is it a shape like that? There's got to be a lot to honk.
Right.
Like, when you're on a bike and you have that little honker, there's a lot to grab there to honk.
Yeah, you know the official grip is the bowling ball grip, right?
That's right.
Oh,
The bowling ball grip.
Well, the reason they're set up like that is so you can carry them around like a couple six-packs.
what? You're not that strong. You're not that strong. Stop. You're making shit up.
These
Who's ever
things are
carry?
true.
Who can carry 100 pounds or even 150 pounds like a bowling ball grip?
Mark Henry.
You point at yourself.
Yep, that is true.
All right, Pappa J. Well, I do know we're sitting here and we're screaming obscenities inside of Gotham City Comics.
That's true.
So because we do that, one of the things we like to do is actually support our local dealership here in Arizona, a local mom and pop store, and
That's
that
right.
is Gotham City Comics, and we buy things from these people. We actually buy things. You can see all
Right.
around us. We're surrounded, which is why we have such a different camera angle on this one. We're surrounded by comic books, toys, video games, dollies. I said video games. I lied about that, but there are Tamagotchis, which is kind of a video game.
That's true.
But nothing crazy as far as video games goes. Pokemon cards. And as a matter of fact, Pappa J, the last few shows we've brought in something from this shop to open up on Big Lip Radio. And you don't want to stop that tradition because Gotham City Comics is pretty freaking cool. What'd you do?
Right. Now, speaking of the wife who I carry around like a six-pack, the one thing that really bothers her is I'm buying Pokemon cards. I don't even know how to play the game yet because you haven't come over to show me yet.
Right. Well, you don't have nowhere to live yet.
I got not one, but I have 2 starter decks.
And you haven't even opened them.
You're right. No, they're still sealed. And now I just bought, what Kevin does is he gives you 88 common cards in a pack of 100. And then there's rare non-hollow foils. There's hollow foils and everything. To round out the 100, you get some rare ones. And I thought, hey, I should buy one of these. They're $12 for 100 Pokemon cards.
Hold it up to that camera.
Guaranteed to have some.
It looks like it's hand wrapped.
Right.
Remember
it is.
in the 90s, I don't know if they did this in the 70s or 80s, but in the 90s, I know one thing to protect our school books we would do is cover them in paper bags.
You grab a paper bag from a grocery store and they would teach you how
Back when you had to carry your own books.
Right.
I never once had a bag that the shoulder strap did not break off of because we had to carry all of our books always. It was insane. And we wrap them with that same type of material that they wrap these cards in.
That is true.
Now, there's something I'd like to point out about this card pack, Pappa J, if you will.
Right. I noticed the center's got like something in there.
When you squeeze this thing the long way, the same way a Pokemon card is shaped, when you squeeze it the long way, you can feel plastic protective sleeves in there. Because in the front and the back of it, there's no protective sleeves. And it's like, all right, well...
So I suspect the rare cards are in the middle in sleeves.
Exactly. 100 Pokemon cards in this pack. Pappa J, go ahead and open it up. And I'm super excited.
$12 for these 100 cards, 100
Yes.
Pokemon cards, and what a great way to get rid of commons, as well as give the customer some value.
I'm telling you, and it's a mystery bag. Everybody loves to get
Right.
something that they don't know whether somebody else curated it or not. We got the mystery snack boxes those one times from the different countries. I got mystery beard boxes where it has just different beard products in there, the manly stuff, right? They have so many, like shoes, clothing. They had Redbubble. That used to be one where you could order a random shirt every month. It was so cool. Oh, you dropped out. Okay, he opened the pack, and then he dropped out the ones that were in the cellophane wrappers.
Here's all the common guys.
Anything shiny in there?
Nope.
I don't know if commons are shiny, right?
No, he's got the hollow foils in these
sleeves.
Right. So there's just your
You
common
got a Charizard
guys.
right there? What is that? What is that? Charizard?
It's a Combuskin.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
See, there's that word again.
He's got a quick attack
Combucket.
and a spiral kick right there. I got a mumble, which is what I do. A focused wish, that's a drowsy.
Do not come.
Right, I want to be the
Do
drowsy.
not come. Do not come.
There's that word. I'm telling you. Every time I hear that word, first thing I think of.
This guy's me today.
What, drowsy?
Yeah.
Let me see that one.
A mumble and a focused wish. So I don't know what those do.
So
in
it looks
real
like
life.
they're from a bunch of different sets. It's not just like Brilliant
right,
Stars or Fusion Strike or anything like that. It's a bunch of different sets. Like you said, somebody went through their collection and said, I can bundle these ones up and make $12, right?
Right.
30
Oh,
cents.
man.
What'd you
look at all
get?
these.
Look, what'd you get? Oh my gosh, he's looking at all the uncommon ones.
All right, so I got a Combuskin, another one with a double kick and a flamethrower. That's a hollow foil.
Oh, well, it is hollow foil. I mean, that's a cool one. That's a cool looking one right there. I'll tell you that much.
Team Yell Grunt. I have no idea what that is. That's a hollow
It's just
foil.
a trainer card.
Ooh, and then I got a Gengar.
You don't know who Gengar is?
No, it's a Life Shaker. His ability's a Life Shaker.
Okay.
Bro, and he's got a Hypno Blast worth 90 points.
What's Gengar's first form?
Charizard?
What? Hold on. Take another guess.
Mudbray.
Mudbrain? No, that's the card you just pulled.
Oh, okay. He's got a double kick.
No, it's Ghastly. Is this first stage. Haunter is
okay.
the second stage evolution.
I can't believe you
and
know all
Gengar.
this stuff.
I grew up on it, man. What do you mean? I still collect these things. And it's just so funny because a person who's been into Pokemon for a while would know that. If you played any of the games.
I played all the games.
You did not.
Some people forget
I
that
didn't
Haunter
catch them
killed
all. I
Ash.
just played the games.
For like 10 minutes, you mean? Is that what
I
you're
played the
talking
games.
about?
I didn't catch them
Turn
all.
it on for 10 minutes and you're like, all right, I played it.
And then I got a Rotom bike. Right?
And
Draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Your turn ends.
You got a Peloton.
Yeah, I got a Peloton right
That's
there.
what you got. That's too funny.
I got an Aerocuda. Right? You can peck him for 20 points right there.
You can do what,
Oh, man, I love peckers. Okay, now check this out.
What the heck?
Check it. You got a Snubbull.
You gotta clip that.
Yeah. Somebody clip that.
Yeah, gotta clip that.
Oh, let's see. So that's cool. That's cool. Now,
Oh, yeah, a little 8-year-old boner running around the house.
I have no idea where that would come from.
Whatever.
I've got a small dick.
You're always talking about somebody's wiener.
Okay, I got Seadra.
He just moves right out.
I got Seadra. Who's Seadra?
Seadra's from the first generation.
Horsey. What's the first
Seahorse.
form?
Seahorse, Horsey, Seadra.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
One of Misty's Pokemon.
Ooh, here's a good one. This is Chansey.
Chansey?
Yeah, he's got a double edge.
What's his first stage of evolution? It's Chansey.
No.
Oh, is it?
Who is
anymore.
it?
Oh,
they have the
Chansey
babies.
has a baby form.
Never mind.
It's gonna be
I
Yoshi.
stand corrected.
Oh, it's not Yoshi.
Oh, these are the. Oh man! So back in XY for 2015, they had
reprints.
The reprints of the base fossil sets and all this other stuff. So you could essentially get the original Charizard. But one thing that stood out about this set is the originals from the 1990s.
Right.
The HP and all the writing you see on there, except for the attacks, are red. Like, I think the name's red, the HP is red.
Interesting.
And that's how you can tell if it's a card from the 90s. But when you see a card that it looks almost exactly identical, a reproduction, you can tell because the numbers and letters are black now. So that's
so that lets you know it's a repro.
yes, but that is a cool one to have.
Yeah,
Chansey used to be one of my 6 in the original Pokemon Red.
The original Charizard foil
Yeah.
is, I think, base auction start is 4,500.
And I had that card. I had a couple of them.
But I think that's like a PSA 9.
Well, that's the thing. Going to get a graded and minted also costs money. Yeah.
$1 million for that game because it was quote unquote graded, but they all did it all behind the scenes, so that way everybody's like, oh, I gotta get my stuff graded so it'll be worth all this money, and it was all a scam. No one's paying even for a sealed 9.8 copy of Super Mario Brothers for the NES. Nobody's paying $3 million for that stupid game. I think it was $3.5 million.
Well, didn't somebody pay, or didn't Logan Paul pay what, like $1 million for a Charizard card that he apparently wore into a UFC fight or so, a boxer fight with Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather.
And actually, that was the. I actually respect that.
Well, because now I feel like there's more value. It's been around, and there's proof of where this card has been. It's not just. At that point, it's not just a picture or a memory. It's like, holy shit, it's a memory on top of this card traveling through all kinds of other different mediums and being popular and well recognized.
Yeah, some people got pissed off at him, like usual, because he bought 3 original Japanese copies sealed.
Yeah.
One of red, blue, and green.
Yeah.
And corresponding Game Boy colors with them. Original
sealed.
sealed.
And then he
resined them he resined them into a table.
So they could never. He ruined them. But now they're preserved for life. I mean,
they're never going to go anywhere.
But
they're the real deal. Of course, if you're never going to sell that stuff, great. But if you're going to sell that stuff, oh my God, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a power move. I can get behind. I still don't like Logan Paul, but I can get behind those kinds of moves.
Yeah,
like
his energy drinks suck.
Right. You suck, Logan Paul.
You fucker.
Okay, now I got Clang, who is a evolution.
Oh, you're still going through these cards?
Clink right there.
Yeah, Clink and Clank.
Yeah. Clang. He's got metal sound, and a guard press for 60, right?
Oh my gosh, you're going. There's a couple left.
Duozen.
What? Stop.
Yeah.
Drowsy.
He is a evolution from Solosis. Duo,
see.
solo,
Oh, it's one of them little duosion.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I keep holding up the camera to my left, but there's no camera.
Genesec. Look at that.
Genesec's all right.
Huh?
Genesec's all right.
And finally, a Porygon.
Yeah.
All right, look at that.
Yeah, who got a seizure as a child?
It's basic. It's basic.
Papa J.
It's basic.
Yeah, they had to take that episode. That episode didn't get to air in America.
Oh, is that the one that was causing all the
seizures? Yeah.
You see a South Park episode?
Which one?
Chim Pokemon.
Chim Pokemon? I've seen it. It's so good.
Oh, well, there it is. So, you know what? Come on down here and buy these packs because those rares are cool.
It's really cool,
And
and
it's
it's for
$12.
$12. You can't beat it. And you get 100 cards regardless of what they are. It's $12.
Right, you can still round out that
Gotham
deck.
City Comics. Where is it located again, Papa J?
Gotham City Comics, we are live right now. We're located at 151 North Country Club Drive in Mesa, on Country Club in between Main Street and University. So come on down, check it out, buy a bunch of stuff, have a lot of fun, and join in the laughs.
You know how weird it is? Bulk Lesnar, last week when we were doing the show.
And every time you'd stop, there'd be dead air. I remember that.
But more importantly, that happens when you're here.
No, it doesn't. Are you kidding?
But more
I'm
importantly,
the king of no dead air.
when I not only
King of hot
stopped,
What?
King of hot air,
I quit. I'm going home.
whatever.
I'll go set up my game room.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, not only. You see how you feel that weird vibe coming through? I don't know if you can pick it up on the microphones, but it's him angry. See, you're laughing.
I'm not angry.
That's the first laugh I've heard all show.
I'm kind of hungry.
You're hangry.
I'm kind of hungry.
And you're tired.
And I'm very tired.
Is it that time of month?
No.
It sounds like it. You're doing all the symptoms my wife does.
You passed your favorite gourmet restaurant on the way over here. Why
You
don't you
did.
stop and grab something?
Oh, Taco Bell?
Yeah, why'd you get him? He thought we were going to bring him something. He's like, I just got back from Minnesota. My friends will help me out.
I wanted to go to Taco John's while I was in Arizona, man. Or Minnesota never made it.
Taco John's?
I mean,
Taco
I
John's.
wouldn't trust a Mexican place in a white state.
In a Minnesota, wait, say. What kind of racist shit is that? No, but last week we were filled with laughter. We were filled with joy, an abundance of it. It wasn't ever stopping, and I feel like the last 45 minutes of the show was just constant.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Papa J's here. Heard one laugh, and that's because we're literally talking about how grumpy he is, which is really funny because of how grumpy he is.
So there's a second laugh.
Because of how grumpy you are. It's funny.
It's just because of me.
And
I can laugh in any situation.
he's here, and he's killing the mood. He's killing the mood. But one
Killing
thing.
the mood. I just went over these damn Pokemon cards. Cost me $12, and
Look
the
how
old lady's
angry he is.
The old lady's gonna kick my ass because I bought more Pokemon cards.
She's gonna what your ass?
Kick my
I thought you
ass.
said lick my ass. I was like,
She's gonna carry him like a 6-pack.
right,
A broken 6-pack.
right. Well, last week he wasn't here to be this angry, so we were able to focus and concentrate and put out some good content for you. But this week, I feel like now that we had our show last week, I keep referencing last week's. He's here and he's upset and he's very mad and he's disgruntled and he's gotta come back from what we spoke about on the first
I'd like to
segment
be
last
gruntled.
week.
He's mad that with the pre-show and the post-show, we had a 2-hour show. We hit the show timer exactly on time.
It did.
We
did.
We
was
we
perfect.
did. It was right there.
It was so good, man.
And we went on tangents and still finished the
It
show
was
right
an
on
hour
time.
and 36 minutes.
It was the best. Without him here, and he's always complaining for a 2-hour show. You notice how when he's not here, we do everything correct?
Yeah, because you're not trying to piss me off.
Well, no racial slurs were said. Nothing that could get you fired or canceled. Nothing.
I never say any racial slurs when the mics
and,
are on.
And the truth came out. The truth was revealed.
Oh, yeah, because Late wanted to grab my chick.
Well, that's true, but the first truth was that
There's
we've
more
all
than one truth.
we've not only just one truth. The second truth, right? There's two, which is the boss man calling out your chick.
He did.
Which we'll speak about. But the first truth is you, all of us realizing last week that when we watch TikTok, when we watch Instagram videos, YouTube shorts, Facebook clips, whatever you want to call them, sometimes people like to go through and read the comments. I'm a consumer. Right. I like to consume the visual aspect, and sometimes that's comments for people.
Yeah.
I like to see what they're doing, what they're shaking, what they're making, what they're baking, all the good stuff that you can find on social media. And I decided this one time I was going to read the comments, just a couple days before last week, before we spoke about it.
Right.
And a lot of the comments were, for example, a girl would be up there scantily clad, shaking her torso, right, her belly, doing a dance, and the comments would be, "Good morning, beautiful."
Right. They're trying to pick up on a chick who's going to get 100,000 comments in 3.5 minutes.
How you doing today?
You gotta know how to play the game, man.
Oh, like how many Instagram models have you picked up?
Right.
I mean, the responses to my comments are usually pretty well.
You get responses to comments?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
How you do that?
He said, "How you do that?" He's not sexist or racist.
Oh shit!
So I'm muting so that way we no songs or anything come up. First one, let me go with my first video. First one I got, there's 19. Okay, it's 19 likes. It's on a Toby Turner video. He did a partnership with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
What'd you say?
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, excuse me.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who are people who complain a lot?
Caucasians.
I know they like the nag. I know that.
Oh, there it is. There's the view all. Let me see.
You're showing us what?
What else I got in here? 141s on another one.
What are you doing, Crazy?
I'm counting how many likes.
Listen, we get it. Your own personal page is way better than ours. All right, chill.
Yep.
We get
You
it.
suck.
Now, some of those comments are probably, "Hey, let me see them boobies," or "Pop one out," or
No,
"You want to go on a date," or "Hey, or DM me," or "Hey, you're looking pretty cute." And sometimes you can tell it's like an older gentleman because he's very respectful about it. He's like, "Hey, can I see you?" It's like, well, you're watching the
Gee,
video.
you have very pretty eyes.
I know. Like, I like your smile.
Yeah,
It's like
16
shut up.
likes just because some kids were playing Little League, and I was like, these kids be watching the Savannah Bananas.
And then I'm on Twitter scrolling through,
Yeah.
and I'm not paying attention. I'm going down the Twitter wormhole, and I stumble upon a tweet from Pappa J.
Oh,
The one,
yeah, I
the
remember.
one
That
we
tweet
spoke
never
about.
happened.
The
I
one
found
we
it.
spoke about last week.
It's gone now. I went and checked before the show.
He
Because
did.
it never
Yeah.
happened.
No, it did.
No, we
That's a snip.
we're on the show, and I even went to your Twitter while we were on the show, and I was like, oh shoot, it's right there.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was not.
And it
I
was
know
even-
you showed a picture on
it
the
was
screen.
even Sun City, Sun City Air. I even said the same thing. It's like,
Sun
oh yeah,
Country,
Sun
first of all.
Country.
Because I did have to hit them up on Twitter and yell at them for screwing me over. We'll talk about that on Tuesday.
Sun Country.
Yeah.
Well, you shouted them out, not us.
Yeah,
Why
I
you
got
so
screwed
pissed?
over by those assholes.
Why are you mad at Sun Country?
Oh, we'll get into it on Tuesday.
I
Oh,
mean,
what do you mean? What do you mean we'll get into it on Tuesday?
Yeah,
it
that
sounds
was
like
a
it needs more
nightmare.
time.
It was a fucking nightmare.
What? I'm so
Where's-
excited.
Worst day traveling I've ever
Well,
had.
I can tell you the tweet that you posted on May 20th said Big Pappa J at Big Pappa J 68. By the way, go hit him up. He's up to 58
Right.
followers. He's growing by 10 ones and tens by the second. ladies
right,
and gentlemen.
right. Keep it up.
Pappa J says, if you all forgot already, "Hey, Sun Country Air, I enjoy going through my sister's dresser, comma, digging for her underwear so I can use it to hold her unicorn phallus to the front of my face." And it's got 234 comments. See, you know how to get comments. It's got 591 reshares and 64,000 likes and 137 views.
It never happened.
It's right there.
First of all, that's photoshopped.
I had to take a screenshot of it. What are you talking about?
Unless I did a movie with Heath Ledger, you're very good at photoshopping.
What are you talking about? People, maybe. You
think-
did a movie.
do you
Wait,
think
you
I,
didn't do
as
a
your
movie with Heath
lawyer, would
Ledger?
lie?
Yes, especially you, Mark.
You didn't do a movie with Heath Ledger.
What?
No, I didn't.
We got pictures in our Discord to prove it. And you all can go check out our
Yeah,
Discord.
you went
Right.
you autographed the movie for me.
Yeah, I did.
What are you doing? I think you're like lying to us.
I was never in that movie. You gonna think I'm in Brokeback Mountain?
What do you mean think? We know. We have
Yeah,
picture
we have
proof.
an autographed proof.
And a autographed copy of the DVD.
I did autograph it.
What are you doing? Are you not okay?
Apparently not.
Wake up,
I don't
Pappa J.
remem-
Wake
I don't
up.
remember that post
Wake
at
up.
all.
You notice how you didn't feel any pain when I pinched your arm really hard?
Right. I did.
Yeah, because you're dreaming right now. You're dreaming
Oh, thank God
of
I
Brock
couldn't sleep.
Lesnar tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to claim his fucking ex-wife.
Come.
That's
Wow.
Pappa J.
You're throwing some disrespect down right there. Calm down.
Why?
Don't disrespect Selena.
Oh,
Selena.
Selena Gomez?
Bitty
No.
bitty bum bum.
Selena, fuck, her last name is hard to say.
So you disrespect that
Quinceañera.
motherfucker.
Oh, is it the one that was killed by the fan?
I have an excuse. I'm
By
white.
her employee, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Her
Yeah,
assistant.
Yelena, her time is limited.
Right.
She about to have to commit a crime while she's incarcerated right now, because there are literally pages on the internet with countdown timers dedicated to her release.
So people can kill her?
Yes.
Oh my God! What? They're counting down to people getting killed?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Damn,
Straight out of
people are that
prison?
upset.
Yeah. She get released and they're like, oh, it ain't gonna be quick.
Damn. She's just a mildly talented singer.
So
People making a big deal.
Sorry, we can go down rabbit holes. I feel like all the time. We got to come back to track. So you're claiming I photoshopped that
of course
tweet.
You're
Claiming I photoshopped that tweet.
Right. That is my accusation, sir.
All right. Well, I'll come up with some more proof.
You're gonna find some more.
What do you mean find some more? It's not like I have to dig pretty hard. Your sister hates you.
Well,
your mother hates you. Your other sister hates you.
It's got nothing to do with it. They hate everybody.
It has everything to do with it, which means it's easy for me to find proof against you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you happen to do this one to yourself.
That was photoshopped. Why would I write?
Oh
this
yeah,
uncountry air?
let me guess. It's as photoshopped as those videos of your game room you keep sending to our Discord.
Those aren't photoshopped.
Oh yeah, they look pretty photoshopped to me.
Looks like my game room fucking exploded right now.
Haven't you ever heard of AI? You know what AI is capable of? Doing exactly what you post to our Discord.
That means alternate integrity.
No.
Alien
invasion.
Oh, yeah, I heard of AI.
That's pretty much what it is. Robots invading. That's what's happening. Artificial intelligence, my friend. You can come up with all kinds of crazy stuff with artificial intelligence. You know that, right?
Right. I know that.
So you're saying those pictures of your game room you're sending in our Discord is real?
Yeah.
So you have action figures on the wall now?
I do have some up on the wall.
Before you left for your trip, I know you told us that you were able to get some of those things, or if not all of them, out of that little Connex storage box.
Right.
And put into your other storage container that has AC. Is this true?
Yes. So luckily all of my stuff was protected from the heat.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Alex, text me again. I'm very important. So anyway, my flight was delayed 12
Nobody's
hours.
laughing except for me.
The text was, you better tell those boys the truth about that dolly.
Yeah.
My flight was delayed 12 hours, so I grabbed all of my shit out of that pod and I put it into the game room where it would be protected because I was scared. Ooh, I found my Xbox Series X and it works.
Nice. Now here's the real question. You've already explained your concern for what amount percentage of your collection is going to be ruined. Now, what was the answer to that statement you had?
I haven't had everything unpacked yet. I have lost one lone piece to damage so far, and I'm probably between a third and a half unpacked.
And that's excluding the dogs chewing it before you were able to actually put it in that container.
Now, all the dog-chewed stuff have been thrown away.
Yeah, not replaced, but thrown away.
Right. Checked out.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Right.
Fuck them.
Because it's expensive.
Oh.
That
goes both ways, Pappa J.
What fallen soldiers have we lost?
That complete Star Fox in the box with the rumble pack and instruction book. That's a $250 game. I ain't gonna go.
And one of your dumb dogs just this tastes great. I wonder why it tastes so good. Because it costs $250 fucking.
I don't think I'd have a dog after that.
I bought it years ago for $20, and it's $200. So that's not replaced. No, I can't afford to replace that shit. I can afford to buy it when it was cheap.
This is just, again, I'm angry.
So my eye just twitched right now.
This is anger stuff. Remember, now, if you don't believe us, go listen to last week's episode, and now listen to this week's.
Right.
Anger brought to you by Pappa J, Rancher J.
This week's is than last week's.
And you bought a fucking cow?
Oh, you know we got a cow.
You posted on Facebook.
A cow showed up yesterday. We now have a cow.
Not only do you not have a game room set up, but you have a cow.
We have a
Something
cow.
else you have to take care of.
Lucy's very nice. She's a nice cow.
All I can say is I'm just glad you haven't let an animal die.
You know what I never understood was the saying, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Because you still got to buy the initial fucking cow.
Right.
Wait, where are you getting free milk?
Well, now they bought the cow. They're going to start getting free milk.
Right, except for you got to come over, their lawyer, and bang the cow so she'll start producing milk.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
the hell
I don't
did that
think I'm
come
able
from?
to.
Well,
You just told somebody to bang your cow.
Yeah, I need somebody to bang my. If you need to bang
and to
a
be
cow.
fair, let's be clear. You don't mean Kim.
No, good lord.
Because you're very sexist. So it would be like you to say something like that about your wife. We just had to clarify.
I would never say
So
that.
he
doesn't mean-
if it was that, he wouldn't
Right.
tell me. He already
you
knows
would've-
the boss man's down.
I was gonna say if you would have told the boss man, you would have you would have left because hey, I go to the bathroom. And then you would have heard the car all the way down to your house, and he said, "Pappa J said I can bang the cow," and then you'd be in a doghouse.
I would never. By the way, a new name for the game room. I would
The cow?
No, doghouse. I would never let late bang her because she gets enough pathetic sex.
What do
from
you
me.
mean? Where are you?
Where am I? I'm here. Where's
Where is
Late?
he?
Where's Late? Late didn't show up.
He laid claim to your wife last week, and now
Oh
he's not here.
my God.
Last second, all of a sudden.
And it was the
'Cause
last second he called.
We were
like,
in the parking lot, walking into here to set up, and he called.
He called. I can't make it. I don't feel
He's
good."
pretend coughing and everything, and he's, sticking like phalluses in his throat and stuff, trying to sound like he's got a throat full of
Fuck, I
mucus.
didn't even
The
think
Ben
about
Stiller.
that.
Look, you're so worried looking at your phone right now. You see the worry I had to deal with? He
Didn't
bought
even
my chick
think about
lingerie,
that.
and all he said is he claimed your chick. I guess that's more
I'm
intimidating.
glad I'm single.
You should you should have had him bought your chick lingerie. He'll probably be over it.
Damn it. Yeah,
He's
he's
not
probably
here.
over at my house right now
He's not here.
in the game room.
My wife's with all her family, so I know where my wife is. Your wife's all alone at the house.
He's banging my old lady in the game room.
In your favorite place. Well, meanwhile, while we think about Pappa J's wife getting banged by the boss man in his game room,
Right.
how far are you along on that bad boy? How many more weeks before it's set up?
Oh, I'll have it. I'm taking I'll next week off from work
Just to set that up?
to make up for not working all of last week, and yeah, so I'm gonna have that thing all set up. I will need your expertise
Uh-oh.
in setting it up, getting it ready for podcasts and
Podcast
videos.
ready?
Right,
All right.
right.
So
Next
what, 2
weekend, man. Keep that open. Keep that open for me because I'm gonna be needing your help. I got the Alexa right there. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more lighting. Gonna buy the LEDs. It's gonna be awesome.
I was going to say, I envisioned a couple days where it was me, maybe K-Dog, and the kids. And we're just kind of hanging out, setting everything up.
Right.
Like a long weekend.
Right.
This upcoming weekend?
Yes.
So not this weekend, because on Mondays
No, this weekend we're here.
I know. So
Right,
next,
we're already
I'm
here.
trying to do that thing where I think of what I have, but I can't even remember somebody's birthday, so I probably can't remember what we have going on next.
You gotta
week.
ask your boss.
Yeah, I gotta ask my boss,
Yeah.
Okay.
aka the chick. Eric's probably bending over our bed,
Right.
He went and picked
right.
your wife up, and then went to Jared's because
and they brought.
it sounds like he's got enough
does
property that nobody can hear them
Bitch,
scream.
That's
How
true.
did, so he's got both our chicks in a car. What do you think they're doing? Like drinking 40s and smoking doobies, just hanging out the back of the drop top. That's what they're doing. Like, can you get that image? Eric's just bald in his car, drop top, and the chicks are just, woo! They got bikinis on, they got the 40s and the doobies.
They're twirling their underwear around like helicopters.
Yeah, what is it? Is it a drop top or is it just a soft top that has a sunroof in it? You know, or a hard top with a sunroof?
That's just called a sunroof, man.
No, I know. Which one are they in though? Which one do you see of it?
Probably a 1984 Trans Am with T-tops.
The T-top. Yeah, they're hanging out the T-top. yeah. Our chick are like that. They're classy.
Right,
They're
right.
classy.
They're classy dames. I'll tell you that.
Fucking classy chicks.
You
man.
gotta go with the 1960 Grand Marquis. You got a lot of room in the back seat there.
So needless to say, we'll get your confrontation with the boss man next week over
Right,
him claiming
please.
your chicken. What he actually meant by that? Because we're having an endearing conversation of I claim it, where
Right.
as soon as you donk off, we're gonna lay claim to all your shit, or at
You
least
guys were
what
pretending
we're
the
saying.
plane crashed.
Yeah, at least right now, what we're saying into the microphones is legal enough for her to say we called it first.
Pappa J
right.
didn't say no.
So, well, he didn't. He's over here agreeing. Do you
Yeah.
agree to all the terms besides your wife being
As long
claimed
as-
by the boss man?
As long as I'm already dead, yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
All right, so
see?
yeah, get his motorcycle.
I get his game room. Boss man gets his wife.
This is legal.
And he'll have to answer for that next week. So make sure you tune into next week's show. 258th episode of
Right,
Beta Radio.
right.
Jesus, my friend.
And so I'm excited now. I'm in the will for the motorcycle,
Yeah.
but I'm also just like this motorcycle is cursed. I might fall asleep.
I have fallen asleep on it before. But I'm still all right, man. It's no biggie.
Right. It's still all right, my friend.
Still all right, man.
Well, I'm going to leave this choose your own adventure up to you guys right now. I'm going to give you two options. You get to pick.
All right.
Do we want to talk about Night of Champions? Or
Or
do we want to do Guess That Jingle?
Night of Champions.
Yeah,
Are
Night of
you
Champions.
Well, sorry.
The boss man's not here.
Guess that jingle. Fuck the boss man.
Well, I like Guess That Jingle more than I like Night of Champions.
But see, you don't get to play guess that jingle. So.
I know.
Maybe that's somebody should do for your birthday. One birthday podcast.
Just produce the show for me?
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be great. If it was not only just me that knew how to do this.
Right.
Pappa J, you did at one point, but you've forgotten.
Oh, I can still do it. I just haven't.
let you do things and have all the buttons put on that. It's like, all right, we're gonna play this game right now.
Right, it's the car with 2 brakes and 2 gases on each side, so you can brake and gas for the student driver. When I let him steer, I'm like, all right, I'll take this one.
I'll do it.
That's funny.
I'll plan for that. I'll do the podcast. You just put out all the segments on the little board.
Yeah,
and
I'll keep a look at it over my shoulder just in case.
Yeah, you still have your whole. Well,
I appreciate that. See, this is what friends do, Pappa J.
Right. Well, here's what other friends do.
Here.
Other friends let people know that tonight on AWF there are still a few tickets left, and there's a surprise return tonight. So if you're free and listening to this, you might want to buy a ticket to AWF.
We got 30,000 people listening.
Who the heck could possibly be returning? I have no idea. It's very exciting. So grab your tickets.
And also
Get
for you 30,000
your
people, I'm single.
He said, take him too. He said, buy him a ticket.
He looks double, but he's single.
What the fuck? You're not a good friend.
You may think, oh man, big guy, summer. This is worst sleeping situation ever. Nah, just imagine. That's a pillow right there.
Well, right, that's the cool side.
That's the pillow right there.
Imagine what I could cook you for dinner.
That's the pillow.
I'm kind of ready to
Chicken
date
nuggets and French fries.
I could be excited for pay-per-view night if you're hanging around. You got somewhere nice to lay. He's making you food. I mean, you get to watch your favorite shows.
Right.
Like, why doesn't Boss Man claim the lawyer?
Why? Because I'm out of his price range.
I'd take more than lingerie.
Well,
for him.
I mean, he does have a nice car, so somebody's paying him pretty well.
Right. Well, the lawyer's got a nice car too.
That's what I'm saying. The lawyer has a nice car.
Right.
Somebody's paying him already pretty well.
He's got that 2009 Saturn.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't beat it. Can't fucking beat it.
Yeah. I still haven't even hit 90K on that.
Whoa! It's a low mileage Saturn.
Yeah.
Right.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was like somebody's grandma's car.
It's almost better than the Night of Champions, my dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Almost.
The early morning of champions, because they're doing it over where, Pappa J, Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Saudi Arabia.
I've been there.
The city of Mecca.
Mecca. So obviously it's evening time over there when it's morning time for us.
Right.
Correct?
They sleepy time.
Right. It was 10 o'clock when the show started here in Arizona, and I got to tell you something. I don't mind every once in a while the shows that start early.
Right.
But you know how weird it is? It's like when they first started doing half days or late starts, where you wouldn't start at 7, you would start at 8 or 9, and you were just so thrown off because you're just used to being out there early AF in the snow, and then you can wait an extra hour or two. It's like, oh shit, what did I miss?
Right.
What are you looking at over here?
I'm just looking at when you're talking, your little green thing never actually moves into the red.
It does.
It does on there, but
it
not
just
on
did
your,
right now. It's in the red.
It does if you shout.
What are you talking about? When I got you.
Anyway, I just want to make sure your track was getting laid down. Go ahead.
I'm gonna lay your pipe real quick, Pappa J. I'm gonna lay your track faster than your pipe can get laid.
Damn. That's some tracking right there.
So there's anyways. The Night of Champions.
Yes.
It sounds like you guys are as interested in that as I was because we keep
Loved
talking about other things.
Yeah, late morning of champions was amazing.
Well, say something about it, Dan. The first match was Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
Yeah, the first match was for
should have been the last match, but it was the first match.
It was for what? The new WWE
World
Heavyweight
Championship.
Right.
Yeah.
Was the very first match of the pay-per-view, which I think is fucking
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It was AJ Styles versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Now, who do you think's gonna win?
They've
been setting this up for a while, and I was blinded by it because at first I thought it was gonna be who was it? Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Right.
We all thought Sami Zayn in that first match.
Right, because he was running all kinds of momentum.
Yes.
Or Cody Rhodes, I think.
Cody Rhodes is who. That's right.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes.
And then he lost.
Yeah, he got.
In this very first match, he lost.
And we'll get back to why he lost a little bit later.
Of course, which is what is concluded in the Night of Champions. But AJ Styles versus Seth freaking Rollins. It was a good match.
It was.
Seth Rollins is a great performer even without AJ Styles.
Right.
And AJ Styles is up there on the other side of the spectrum.
He's definitely
as
elite.
Well.
Right.
So when you put those two together, you're going to get a great match.
Right.
No matter what you do, AJ Styles Mixed with anybody is a great match, just like Seth Rollins is.
Right.
Yes.
But I agree, it should have been the last match. And who came out on top? Do you guys know?
Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth Rollins is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
They're taking pre-orders for the belt with his name on it.
Are you gonna get it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I kind of like the new Intercontinental belt to go with my old Intercontinental belt.
Right. Now, I feel like, well, the next match, let me just say this, was Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was underplayed. They were told before they went out on the match to only give 80%. You know what I mean? Only give 70%.
You got to understand, Trish looks amazing, but she's got to be bordering on 50 years old. She's got to be late 40s.
She was born the same year you were. You're 65.
I'm 54, asshole. Let's see how old Trish is, because I believe she's probably a little bit too old.
I did like the contract signing between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus.
All right.
Well,
making the call back to
they're
when
just
Vince McMahon made her-
copying what the guys are doing.
She's 47 years old.
She's a great looking 47 though.
I do her with the lights on.
The problem is when you have something that started off with just males,
Yeah.
and then later on you introduce females, you tend to do what worked in the past, right? You don't want to just recreate the wheel. You want to do what has gotten you results.
Right.
And in the past, the guys doing XYZ got results. So now I notice what they're doing is they're taking these women through, even some of the legends or the Hall of Famers, and they're going, hey, this worked for the guys then, let's make the chicks do this. And that's exactly what's happening now.
Well, it's typical bring back the legend thing, except for the difference is the legend didn't put over the current talent. There's no passing of the torch. The legend won. That's not supposed to go that way.
But as far as a women's wrestling match, it's to be expected of what happened, though.
I don't know why you would shit on Becky Lynch, knowing that she's got to come back and continue to be the standard bearer for the division. Makes no sense to me. You just took all the momentum right out of her and said, okay, go back out Monday night.
Well, that's kind of what's going to happen, though.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
The wrong move.
It doesn't.
Unless you're trying to
and
shift.
they're doing it. And that's the problem here. You got Trish Stratus, who is way past her wrestling prime.
Right.
And now you're going to Becky Lynch, who is not past, but on one of maybe the first down peaks of her prime. You know how I feel like you come up and go down until you're at the bottom. You can't even lift your own body weight. She's on one of those. She was at the top, I feel like 4 years ago, maybe before her and Seth Rollins did her stunt, right? And she came back and she was at the top again, and now she's going down.
Now, who was the chick that came out and interfered?
That
Naomi.
was that her name?
I think
NXT. Zoe Starks.
Zoe Starks.
Some
it was
NXT
Zoe Starks.
chick I've never heard of.
Yeah, her name was Zoe Starks.
Yeah, she just got drafted.
So obviously, what's going to happen is it's going to pick up Monday with Trish against Zoe, or not Trish, Becky against Zoe, and Trish will
interfere.
Quietly. No,
Becky's supposed to put over
She's
Zoe,
done.
is what's happening. But Trish, that's what I feel like is happening because he just destroyed Becky Lynch.
It needed interference. It wasn't a clean win, but
It did, and of course, Stratus won.
Right.
Trish Stratus.
With the Stratus faction.
Yes, of course. Even though Becky Lynch had her in her signature submission move.
Disarm her.
Yeah, right, disarm her. But do not worry. The next match was a Gunther versus Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali
for the
Gunther.
Intercontinental Championship.
All right, Gunther. They're giving him a big push, and he's kind of standing behind it too. He's doing. I think he's making it happen. Obviously, he won, and but there was a little bit of doubt. I thought, oh, they're gonna give it to Mustafa in front of his hometown crowd.
That's why I thought that match even happened.
Because he came out of nowhere.
When's the last time you heard from Mustafa Ali?
Right,
You
right.
haven't, because he's either been injured or he's been off the card or he
Right.
hasn't had no storylines written up for him. No matter what, it was very weird that he came out and kind of predictable based off of why you saw him come out. You know what I mean? You're in the same place he's from, I feel like.
Right.
And they wanted somebody that looks native to wrestle in this show.
Right. I figured he was gonna win. I figured wrong.
Right, and then the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. There's
a mistake.
Well, I like that whole story, man.
I don't.
that match, I mean, I thought it was really fast-paced and good to go.
I think it was a story correction.
You think? What do you think was the intent?
I believe, and I've said this before. I believe Asuka was supposed to win at WrestleMania, but they let Bianca retain at WrestleMania because of the little girl dancer who introduced her show.
Oh, yeah.
Because her mother passed that exact same day. They wanted to give that girl the memory of, even though my mom passed away on this day, I went out, I performed. Bianca held her title. The lady I performed for still held her title.
Yes.
And I believe Asuka was supposed to win that, but they told him in the back room, make it look good, but Bianca's going to retain. And then now we have the course correction with Night of Champions. And I believe they're going to push from here, and maybe Damage Control is now going to start going after Asuka.
Yeah.
Maybe,
well, Asuka, defeated Belair, so Asuka won the Women's Raw Championship. And then you had the SmackDown Women's Championship, which was Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. Ripley defeated Natalya to retain her belt.
In about 3 seconds.
Which I agree with. Natalya's, again, another one of them Hall of Famers that's coming back for what?
Right.
What was her purpose? Just to have her... I kind of understand Trish's purpose, but with who she did it with, I don't agree with. It should have been somebody lower that they're trying to push up against Becky Lynch. I don't understand it. But, again, we're talking a lot about the women's wrestling. Don't you think that's what they're trying to do, is get conversations started up? The storylines they're obviously pulling, we just had 5-10 minutes on just the girls alone. We're blowing past all these gentlemen.
You got to make clear, of course, women's wrestling sucks. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, here's a change-up in the card. I have right here, I'm reading Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes is next, but if I recall, it was the undisputed tag team championship, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo, who came before.
No, that closed out. That closed out the show.
Damn, I completely missed that. Then, this is how this pay-per-view was. I had 2 TVs, one in the living room, one in the game room.
All right,
and I was packing up the game room and putting the stuff out in the living room. So no matter what, I wouldn't miss anything. I thought the Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar was going to happen at the very end because I didn't see the match.
Nope, it was Roman Reigns ending the show.
Yep. All right, so I guess what happened? I missed out on the Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. What happened?
Cody came out, Brock targeting his arm because his arm is broken.
Yeah.
Cody babying it and then realized, oh, wait, they gave me a titanium cast.
Yeah.
And he just starts wailing on Brock Lesnar with it because since he came in the ring with it, it's kind of declared a legal weapon.
Yeah, of course.
And so he just starts beating the crap out of Brock Lesnar. And then Kimura lock after Kimura lock.
Yeah.
And Brock ends up putting Cody Rhodes to sleep because he won't tap.
Right. Right. It was a Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 14 style of a finish. He wouldn't tap out. Just, too tough to tap out. And, so then he didn't tap out. So who knows where they're going to go from here.
And that's the problem. It's not that we don't know. It's like we got to have kind of an idea. You know what I mean? Because if they're just bringing Mustafa Ali out of nowhere to try to start a storyline, or maybe that's how they bring it in. I'm just being very picky right now. I don't know. Overall, this pay-per-view, I can say, had the least amount of my attention possible. And it wasn't because we were doing a live show today. Maybe because it was in the morning, right after work. I'm getting home, doing whatever I'm doing. But I had it on in 2 different TVs, and I recall watching everything specifically. I was looking at the TVs as I was walking down the hallway, and I do not remember seeing that Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar fight. What my score out of 5 for this pay-per-view?
By the way, we don't know who won the Roman Reigns match yet.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the final match yet.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, gents.
The final
you guys sound way more interested than I was.
The final match was stupid because Roman Reigns lost.
The final match was great.
Oh, it was lame.
Because you have the cracks exploding in the bloodline.
Well, they've been exploding for like the last 2 months.
But the dam broke.
Yeah.
And you before the match started, my friends and I were talking. He's like, "How do you think this is gonna go?" And I was like, "Jimmy and Jay are gonna show up. Jay is gonna be assisting the bloodline.
Yeah.
Jimmy's gonna and I kind of predicted the whole thing. I was like, Jimmy's gonna start, but he's gonna turn." And
well, we knew that because he got angry at Roman.
Yeah.
And his brother Jay held him back.
Yeah.
From stepping up to Roman Reigns, and that was what, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you knew there was cracks happening. You knew what was going on. As soon as Sami Zayn became an interest inside of that party. They always say never let the wet man in your group.
Right? Yeah.
There's a reason, because they're stupid.
Except for Paul Heyman, because he'll promote the hell out of you.
He's the worst. Never let Paul Heyman in your group. If I could just keep that as a phrase. He resembles all white gentlemen because he does exactly what we would do.
But it was great. You got the Usos got Kevin Owens off of Roman Reigns, buried him under the table, and then they start turning on Sammy. Super kick from one, super kick from the other. They go for the double super kick and hit Solo right in the face.
Right.
But that's when Roman regains consciousness of the match.
Right.
Is watching the Usos super kick Solo and cost him the victory.
All I gotta say is it's a mistake. The Four Horsemen never. Oh, there's cracks in the Four Horsemen. No.
It's the same thing that happened to the Shield.
Well, yeah, and
it's the same thing that happened to NWO.
Well, the NWO, that's the way that was supposed to go.
It's the same thing that happened to D-Generation X.
No,
they get cracks, man.
D-Generation X.
They get cracks.
But no, my belief is.
But the thing is, the Four Horsemen were the Four Horsemen all the way on up until they retired. And that should have been the Bloodline. It should have been the same thing.
Well,
with the
wasn't there
Bloodline.
storylines and plots where they didn't break up, but they had issues with each other?
There was one notable one, and it turned out that Ric Flair's being double-crossed by the rest of the Horsemen. So he begs Sting, and Sting says, "Oh, if you're gonna turncoat me, if you're gonna stab me in the back." Well, they finally set up a cage match with Flair and Sting going up against I think it was Luger and Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it was a trick all along. And
who would have guessed?
3 against 1 in a cage, and they just bludgeoned the shit out of Sting. So there was never any real breakup of the Horsemen. It was just a plan to get Sting alone. So no, the Horsemen never broke up, and neither should the Bloodline. It's too valuable of an angle. Just like the Shield, they cut it too early. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Shield could still be going on. You could still be making the Shield happen.
I mean, I think the only way you would have been able to get this pay-per-view being Roman winning is if he would have put his belts on the line.
Right. Well, that would have been interesting, but
I mean, it should have happened because what right did he have to challenge?
Right.
Is he has absolutely no right to challenge for the tag team belts.
Right. He's not the championship committee. They don't have to accept him just because he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Right, he's just the world champion.
Should have put something on the line, and then now you got one. You could give each one of them a belt if Sammy and Kevin want, and then if not, okay, well, yeah, there you go. Now Solo and Roman each have tag team belts.
Well, it was just like In Your House number 3, where Diesel and you guys could go back there and look at all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
That's just more comments.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, you had Diesel and Shawn Michaels, the world champion, Intercontinental champ.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pappa J.
Oh, sorry. Going up against the world champion,
like
Yokozuna, right, and Owen Hart, and whoever won got to take the belt of whoever they pinned.
Is it sensory overload?
It is.
You do have ADHD. No joke. Somebody's just walking by and you're like, squirrel.
Anyway, that would have been cool.
I don't know what HD is, but the doctor says I got 88 of them.
88 of them. Well, I do know this. For me, this pay-per-view was not one of my favorites. The cool thing is you saw so many titles not necessarily change hands, but go into hands, get defended, actually change hands. I enjoy that. That's one of the reasons why I like Night of Champions, because almost every championship is going to be on the line.
Right.
That's why they call it Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
The only one that wasn't defended was the women's tag team and the United States Championship.
That's true, because they're in the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Arabia.
The women's tag team, I wonder why that wasn't. Now,
and the women's tag team, I think, is on Monday. They're defending it.
Sami Zayn was never allowed into Saudi Arabia, which is why they made a big deal during the pre-show of Sami Zayn being there in Saudi Arabia because of his religion. He was never allowed in Saudi Arabia before. This was his first time where he was allowed. So,
that's right.
So I'm wondering what's up with the women's champ that they weren't there to defend.
All right. Well, I can tell you. What do you guys give it on a scale of 1 to 5?
It's a
3.5.
You were about to say 6, you
I was
dummy.
I was gonna say 7, a scale of 1 to 10. So it's a 3.5.
Yeah. 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. I give it a 1. I wasn't impressed.
At least the fucking champ wrestled this time.
Finally.
Right.
I mean, but also the great thing now is we're gonna get a title defense whenever now.
Whenever.
Whenever.
But again, Roman Reigns holds the unified championship belts, which is the world belt. So I don't know how Seth is walking around with the world belt when it's
already in Roman's hands.
Roman's hands, yeah. So I don't get how they did that. Now, if they
He's
wanted,
got both.
If they wanted to go ahead and separate them, because Roman, for whatever reason, isn't wrestling a full schedule. I don't know if he has health issues. I don't know if he has endurance problems because of leukemia. I don't know what the hell the deal is.
Go get some hymns.
But
4 hymns.
All you got to do is say, we're looking through the rule book, and a rule that's been forgotten that we're going to enforce is you can only hold one belt at a time, because historically that's the way it's been. When Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan met at WrestleMania 7, it was belt for belt. So whoever won had to give up his old belt. That's just it. So, because you can't hold both belts. Ultimate Warrior didn't walk around with the Intercontinental and the World Belt. There was a tournament for the Intercontinental belt after that, and that's what they could have done here. Is they could have told Roman, look, you can't hold 2 belts. Pick the one you want. We're doing a tournament for the other, and you'd have something that made sense. But right now, you got 2 world belts, and that don't make sense.
Yeah, but now we just got to look forward to the future. July 1st, Money in the Bank.
Right, July 1st, Money in
Right,
the
they
bank.
They were pushing that one hard.
You know what I want to do, gents?
What do you got?
I know we talked a lot about wrestling, but
we did.
We are already, I think, at an hour mark. So what we're going to do is play one of our games that I brought, because I brought many of them. We'll do one of our little segments, little spots, little skits and bits, right, if you want to call it.
Right.
And then we'll get into the main reason why we're all here today, and that's to see if Pappa J is going to lick a Dolly's ass.
What?
I got my hat over there that you guys can see, my Philadelphia Eagles hat. And
I see that.
If there's paper with names in that sucker, that means people have spent over $100, which is a stipulation.
All right,
because I told these guys to, if anybody's put anything in there, put the names in there, and then we're gonna go grab it. And if there's any names, we're gonna draw that person's name. And if they're here, and one of the stipulations was that they had to have bought a dolly, which I let them know as well. Make sure they buy a dolly, and you're gonna lick that ass. So if they're here, you will be licking this random person's dolly's ass, Pappa J.
I don't think that's going to happen.
All right. Well, my hat's over there. You guys see it, right?
I see the hat over there upside down. It looks empty from here, though.
Well, it does. And I'm looking very scared because I'm not sure what's going to come from this. But I've seen a lot of people come in and out. So
right, that's true. This place has been hopping
while we've been doing this show. But before we decide to get into that, I want to not debut a game, but play it for the second time ever in the BigLipRadio show history. And you guys might like it. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll ask 21 questions.
This is the original beat?
That's the original. I didn't do nothing to it. Oh. If you know who 50 Cent is?
Yeah. I heard of him.
50 Cent.
He's half of the tag team $1, ain't he?
Tag team $1. No, the 50 Cent piece, bro.
Oh, got it.
50 Cent piece. That's what it is. No. When you hear this means we're going to play a almost new game for you guys, and it's where I think of one game. And
one game.
Pappa J and Bulk Lesnar have 20 questions.
20 questions.
To try, 21 questions
right.
to try to figure out the game that I'm thinking of. And they can only be yes or no questions. You understand?
Right. Yep.
So let's play a quick round real quick. I'm going to give you a clue to kind of help you guys out. We're only going to do 5 questions, just for an example.
All right.
The game I'm thinking of came out on Nintendo and involves a plumber. Those are your only 2 clues. What 5 questions would you ask? Starting with you, question number 1, Bulk Lesnar. Or you guys can decide amongst yourself who says it, but discuss with one another in the microphones of how you would come out to reach the conclusion of this game. 5 questions.
My first question would be, was it on a cartridge?
And I would say, yes, it's on a cartridge.
So that would be N64 or below.
Right.
So.
And then, Bulk, your first question.
Was it 8-bit?
No.
So that would.
Oh, sorry. The very first one, yes.
Yes.
And that's the one I'm thinking of. Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Correct. I'm thinking of the very first one, which is your third clue. So yes, it is 8-bit, and yes, it is on cartridge.
Did it come out in 1986?
Yes. So that's question number 3. So you guys have 2 more questions, or you can solve it.
But at this point, we'd already have it solved.
If you know the game, you can solve it. So the solving costs 1 guess, and if it's incorrect, you fail the whole thing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
your guess better be correct, and you better have 1 question left in order to utilize that guess.
All right.
So at question 20,
I'm gonna use one more guess.
okay, you're gonna use 1 more question.
Was it bundled with Duck Hunt?
All right.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Who? What do you guys
Look
think
at
it is?
Yeah.
You got this is a guess.
What game is it?
It's question 5. It's got to be a guess.
Your question.
Super
5.
Mario Brothers.
Soupy Mario Brothers?
Is
Incorrect.
it Super Mario Brothers.
Soupy.
That's what you called it when you were like 5, dude.
Soupy Mario Brothers.
Yep.
That's what I called it?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got it wrong. How there?
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try this.
All right, let's do it. So you got a game in mind.
I have a game in mind right now, and I have a. Don't look at the camera or anything. Just look down right now. Cover your eyes. I'm gonna show everybody right now what I have. Cover your eye. I'm not holding it up. I'm not holding. I got this piece of paper right here. I'm holding up. I'm holding up, and it has all kinds of bunch of facts and trivia on it, so it could help me out because sometimes I don't know everything about video games. And they might ask a yes or no question where I'm like, oh, I got to use my phone real quick because I don't know. But these, which I'm holding in my hands, are the very basic. Now, remember, you only get 21 questions, and it's up to you to remember what your answers were to your questions. I will write them down, and I can't write that fast, but I don't want to sit here for 3 hours trying to write this. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start now. 21 questions.
All right, now if you go into the 1976 version of the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Shut the fuck up. I can't write that down. I got to write down the question you asked me so we can keep track.
Is this game on a cartridge?
No.
Was this game an arcade exclusive?
No. Hold on. Give me a second. Think of your next one. You guys can mull amongst yourselves, and maybe you should communicate with each other and say, "Hey, would you ask this? Why would you ask this?"
I don't know why
you guys can communicate.
I don't know why he's not doing shorthand. Just like arcade. No. Instead, he's writing down the full question like the jackass.
I just did.
Right.
I wrote 2 words.
He wrote 2 words. It took him that long to write 2 words
For 2 questions. All right, you're rapid firing the question. Come on, man. I'm a little slow.
Public school education.
You're rapid firing. All right, go ahead.
Number 3. Is this game on a home console?
Yes.
All right.
Is this game only on Blu-ray? So that would be PS3,
no.
Xbox One.
No. I like your guys' creative questions, by the way. It's not just, is it this year? Did it come out on this console?
So that right now we're there's Dreamcast, PS1, Sega CD.
A recap of your 4 questions. Is it on a cartridge? No. It's an arcade exclusive? No. Home console? Yes. Which, I mean, if it's not arcade exclusive, it'd probably be on a home console, right?
Right.
Or PC, but that's not anything you could ask that. And is it Blu-ray? No. Question 5, gents.
All right. So, does this game feature a mascot?
So, we
go.
all know the mascots for each console, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys a few questions to help me answer this question.
All right.
What do you guys think? Because there's one mascot, right? If there's a mascot, it's one, right?
No.
No.
No, Sony has
A
like
flagship. So, give me what you guys think a mascot is. Well, two mascots for one console.
2 mascots for one console. PlayStation. Sony's got like Spyro and Crash,
Right.
Jack and
So
Daxter.
the main IPs.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and give me another console, Pappa J, what you think it exclusive is, just so I can answer this much easier for you.
Well, like for Nintendo, obviously, you would have Mario and Yoshi. Or Kirby.
Link, Samus.
Samus. All of these are mascots.
Pichu.
All right, well, I can tell you right now, the answer to that question, based off of what you guys have said to me,
Right.
I would be comfortable saying yes, this is a mascot.
Okay.
All right.
So you got.
So if it's
This
a
is
mascot,
question 6.
is this game a Sony exclusive then?
Ooh, good question.
No.
I will follow that up and say, is this game a Nintendo 64 exclusive? Oh, wait, no. It's not a cartridge. I just wasted a question.
Okay, is that your
I already asked it,
Okay.
man. I biffed.
64?
Let me
X.
recover.
Yeah.
So it is no, obviously.
Yeah. Is this a Nintendo exclusive?
Yes.
All
All right. So now we are limited to the
yeah, two
Wii,
systems.
the Wii U, the GameCube, and the Switch,
I think the Wii
and the Game
U,
Boys.
I think the Wii U is Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I think the Wii U is Blu-ray.
And it can't be handheld because that's cartridge based. So it's either GameCube
or Wii.
Or the Wii. And it is a mascotted game, which basically means it's got a it features a character. Let's see. Like Grand Theft Auto would not be a mascotted character.
No. It's just a popular game.
Right. Okay, so we're down to Nintendo.
And you are on question 9.
Right.
So this next one you ask will be your 9th question. Let's go ahead and recap while you guys are thinking of something. Number 1, on a cartridge, no. Number 2, arcade exclusive, no. Number 3, home console, yes. Number 4, Blu-ray, no. Number 5, mascot, yes. 6, Sony exclusive, no. 7, Nintendo 64 exclusive, no. 8, Nintendo exclusive, yes.
All right, so number 9. Does this game feature fighting?
I guess I would say
one-on-one
describe
or team
what
on
you
team?
mean.
One-on-one, team on team.
Like
multiplayer
first-person shooter fighting?
No,
is it Tekken 6 fighting? Is it? You
yeah,
see what I mean?
Like Power Gem type fighting. I didn't want to mention the name of the game I'm
Arcade
going at.
fighting? No.
No, okay. Because I was thinking Super Smash.
I mean, it's still a possibility.
Which
It's got
also
multiple
is,
mascots.
I would consider that a mascot game to be
Right,
fair.
yeah. Right.
Because there's every mascot ever on
Right.
Nintendo and other consoles there.
It's a mascot game, but if it's not a fighter game, then it can't be that.
So I know how to. This question is gonna eliminate it down to one console.
It's gonna it's gonna what?
It's gonna drop this down to one
eliminate.
console.
It's gonna eliminate down to one console.
Eliminate.
Eliminate. Go ahead.
Okay. Does
Question
this
10.
console use the micro discs?
Oh, good question. Mini disc.
I'm gonna say yes, but remind you, there's more than one console that uses micro mini disc.
I just remembered. The original when the Wii first came out, you could put the GameCube disc inside there.
How's this one? Is this the game this is for? Is it played on a console that is backwards compatible with the previous generation?
So you said backwards compat?
Yeah. Is the console this played on backwards compatible with the previous generation?
The console, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so this is a GameCube game.
It's a GameCube game. Because if it was a Wii game, it'd be backwards compatible with the GameCube.
I had to think a little bit because you asked that in a smart way. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not smart, but you just happen to have a little light shining up in there. This little light of mine.
Yeah, I botched the question and fixed it. Pappa J botched the question and I fixed it.
Right.
Does this game... Oh, wait. You're up yet.
This is
Okay.
question 12.
I've got a
you
great
guys
question.
can both obviously discuss. There's no need to be silent.
Yeah.
You guys can discuss what question you're thinking about asking.
No,
If you
I
guys
think
have
we got a
system,
good way going back and forth.
That's fine. I mean, if you get this, you both get to pick a prize from the BigLipRadio prize vault.
BigLipRadio prize vault.
Does this game have multiple lead characters?
You said multiple lead characters?
Yes.
No.
I'm going to ask my question anyway, even though that kind of answered it. Does this game feature kart racing?
No.
Hold on. I mean, that eliminates all kart racers because there was also Crash Bandicoot.
This is question 14.
Oh shoot! Now
You guys
we're
have come
getting
down
to
to
the
it.
wire.
Does this game have a female lead?
You said female lead? Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm dropping this to.
You're on question 15. You want me to recap?
No. We're into the discussion right now.
Okay, go ahead. Discuss.
Right now we're at Piano 3, Metroid. I don't think Bayonetta came out on the GameCube. No, that was on the Wii. So yeah, so Piano 3 and Metroid are the two games I most remember with female leads, and this is a mascot. So
Was this game traditionally a 2D game that was for the very first time on the GameCube fully 3D?
Let me write that down. Traditional 2D on... Oh, turned 3D.
3D for the GameCube.
Yes. That was a good... Ask that question again. That was a good one.
It's a 2D game that first made its 3D debut on this game.
Yes.
I know it.
This is question 16.
yeah. Well, let's eliminate it down a little bit more.
Oh, you want to be sure?
Is this game the original or the sequel? Oh, sorry. Is this game the sequel?
Did the sequel come out on the Cube?
Let me see. Well, I would think anything
No,
including...
I would say for it. Just let me fix this. For its storyline, is this game the sequel?
No.
Okay.
Did the game series start out on the NES?
Yes.
So what question are we at? 18?
You're on this. That was 17.
So this is 18. Then I'll take the guess.
Right now,
This
you're
is-
going to ask at 18?
Yeah. Yep.
So if you get this wrong, just remember.
I know. It goes to
that's
question
it.
19.
No, that's it.
Oh, that's
you
it?
fail.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
fail. So you better be sure this is a game you think it is.
It is.
All right.
Wait,
Pappa J.
no. I got another question.
Yeah.
Is one of the most famous antagonists for this game Kraid? Not for this game. I'm sorry, for the series, Kraid.
I would say yes. Do you know who that is, Pappa J?
Nope, I'm not familiar.
I don't
with
either.
That.
I'm
You
just-
don't know either. You just say yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he knows you know what you're talking about.
So which leads me to believe that I know the game you think it is. Is this how we want to pull this? All right, number 19. Is this going to be a question? Let's recap real quick. Number 1, you asked, is it on cartridge? And I said no. Number 2, you asked, is it an arcade exclusive? I said no. Number 3, you had asked, is it on home consoles? And I said yes. And then you asked, Mark, if it was on Blu-ray, and I said no. And then there was a question, Pappa J. You said, is this a mascot? And I had you list through the mascots, and I said, yep, based off your guys' definition. And then number 6 was, isn't it a Sony exclusive? No. Number 7, and 64 exclusive? No.
You can get around back here.
8, sorry,
walk around
8
back
was
here.
a Nintendo exclusive. I said yes. Number 9, featured fighting. No. Number 10 is microdisc. Did it come on a microdisc?
We have
And I said yes. Number 11 is backwards compatibility on the system. No. Pappa J, I see it's so hard for you to concentrate.
I'm on board.
Number, what's that?
I'm on board. What's number
Oh,
11?
number 13.
Oh.
No, you're right. Number 12 is multiple lead characters. No. Number 13 is kart racing. No. 14, female and lead character, and that's a yes. 15, traditionally 2D turned to 3D for the first time ever. Yes. 16 is sequel. No. 17 start on NES. Did this game start on NES? Yes. 18 is antagonist Kraid. I don't know who Kraid is, but I said yes. So 19, you guys are going to use to answer the question.
We're ending it right here. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your
Pappa
turn.
J, it is indeed your turn.
Is this game Metroid Prime?
Hey, you got to correct. The game is indeed Metroid Prime, my friend Pappa J. I remember you were so excited for that game to come out on the Nintendo GameCube, which
Right.
it did in November 17th of 2002. It was developed by Retro Studios and published by Nintendo. It is a first-person action-adventure game and the first 3D installment of the Metroid series.
Right.
You know what? I knew you guys would get it. When we actually debuted this, I would almost feel like 8 months ago. You guys did a good job then, so I feel like you're pros. We might continue to do this throughout the the show segment.
It was a tough one because you picked a game that's not one of the mainstays for us, you and I.
Oh, really?
I played all 3 of them.
You were expecting me to pick like Fantasy Star or some
Fantasy Star or Streets of Rage.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was looking up a game for this. I looked at Streets of Rage. And you know what I do after I find the game I want to use for a segment like this is I go to ChatGPT-4 and I type in "Give me 30 facts for Streets of Rage," or in this case I did Metroid Prime. And they listed off all kinds of facts. And I read through them a bunch of times, which is why when you guys were asking these questions, I could easily answer it. Like that first 3D installment, I didn't know that Metroid Prime
Metroid
on the GameCube
was
it was his first debut of 3D. I didn't know that until I read all these facts. I was like, this is cool.
It's also his first debut as a FPS.
I love playing this game. Now, much like games, Pappa J likes to play those as well, but he makes wagers on the games that he plays.
That's right, I do.
And he's here today to find out if he has to pay a bet. And the bet was if you guys come down to Gotham City Comics and spend $100 here at Kevin's store, you will be entered into a drawing, and you will randomly be picked. And if you are picked, Pappa J is going to lick the ass of the doll that you decided to buy, which is one of the stipulations. So this is why I need your help, Bulk Lesnar.
I'm going to go check the hat.
I need you to grab that hat and bring it over here, my friend. Don't check it. Don't look at it because we don't want people to think funny things are happening here. It's been sitting over there the whole time we've been doing the show.
My spider sense is tingling.
Well, I mean, it's not been on my head. Like, what do you want me to say?
It's true.
It's been over there. You can. Oh, he's gonna reach over the counter.
He's gonna reach over. He's got a pretty good business.
I tell you, there's 8 names in this hat, and you had to buy $100. I just hope one of these people is here.
Oh yeah,
I
hope not.
I hope they're here. There's a lot of people in the store right now.
Right.
You can see them. So I don't know. Maybe should we let Pappa J choose his fate? I'm gonna mix these up in the hat.
No. How about we ask the audience if someone wants to?
Nah, I don't know.
Sit down, lawyer. Sit down, lawyer.
It keeps it so unbiased.
Sit down, lawyer.
Make sure you read the name out loud. Oh, look, he's picking in the hat. He's putting his hand in there. He's drawing a name out of the hat. There's 8 names in there. Who'd you grab? Who'd you grab? What was that?
Who'd you grab?
Why are you looking at him like that?
Who'd you grab?
This is my fucking lawyer, man. Mark.
What?
No, my name's spelled with a C.
Oh, thank God.
I was gonna say, did you spend $100 here?
No, not yet. No.
What?
Let me see the other names in this hat.
That was a lawyer response if I ever heard it.
Well, there is a Sean. Now remember, you pulled Mark. There's a S-E-A-N and an S-A-W or S-H-A-W-N. A Greg. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much if you're watching this right now. A Sarah. There's a girl that bought stuff. Oh. That could be her right there. Kyle.
Truly, I don't think I heard Mark. I think I heard Sarah.
Kyle, and then what's the last name that was in this hat? Cindy. There's 2 girls in this hat.
Chicks?
Oh my gosh. All right, I guess they're way more popular.
Got that name
But you decided to pull Mark. We've discovered that it's not this Mark. Mark. Let's bark like a dog. Ready? Mark. I don't see anybody raising their hands or looking at us.
So I'm out of it.
No. Hold on. Well, I mean, to be fair, we have to make sure we come prepared. And we kind of knew in our back of our head there's a chance that the person whose name we drew wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Right? That's just
never
life.
occurred to me.
You thought he was going to be here? I don't know. These people come in and out pretty quickly. They know what they want here because they're able to call ahead to Gotham City Comics and make sure that they actually have what they need at the store before they waste all that time. So he probably came in and picked up and rolled out. And good Kevin back there gave him the rundown of what's happening here. So, Mark, if you're watching right now, this is for you. Do not worry.
This is for you.
I have come prepared.
Oh, that's great.
I have come so hard prepared. So mucho preparo.
I feel like one of the stipulations was that to buy a doll.
Well, it was, but they also had to be here. So it just doesn't mean the segment's over. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to win here. I can tell you that right now.
I don't think it's going to be me.
Somebody's going to win here, and because Mark decided to spend $100 at the store, I went ahead and decided to be very prepared.
I've got a small dick.
Pappa J, you do. You don't have to yell that at everybody. You don't have to yell you got a small dick. We get it. I have in my hands my very own, and when I say my, I mean my daughter's. Well, I don't know where it's been, who it's been with, or what's been done to it.
Any dog marks
Barbie. There's no dog chew marks. It's just your standard Barbie. No shenanigans, no nothing. The deal was that you had to pull down the panties of this Barbie and stick your tongue right on her ass.
This is not acceptable.
What's not acceptable?
This is not acceptable. What do you got your phone out for?
Because I'm gonna fucking video this for Mark
I
in case he's not watching.
I don't know what the video's there for.
So the video that I'm about to take,
and then the lawyer, he's got his video out. This is not working.
Here's a Barbie doll. Now
we need the multiple angles for the website.
Here's the doll, right? It's just a normal doll. Nothing's wrong with it. I already explained this. You said a couple podcasts ago that if you made this up, by the way,
I never said. First of all, I never said this.
Can we remind everybody? I'll pull the audio for next Tuesday.
There's no audio.
You specifically said that if anybody spends a certain amount here at the Gotham City Comics store, that you would lick a dolly's ass because you're so infatuated with your going through your sister's drawers, playing with her toys, because you weren't sure which bathroom you should use.
Either.
Like you've had it plenty of times.
I don't remember it.
Now, Pappa J, I think it's time to up.
Are there any kids here?
There's plenty of kids here.
Son
now here's a dolly, right? It's got the standard clothes on. I'm showing everybody right here in the camera. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no hanky-panky going on.
This is going to make me feel pretty...
You have to hold your tongue on there for 5 seconds.
5 seconds? I don't remember
I
that
just
either.
added that. I just added that. But you can't just lick it. Like, he's down in the liquid death. Look how he's hesitating. Does her knees bend at least? No. You know how some of those Barbies nowadays, the knees bend? Oh, look. He's throwing it. He's throwing it. Now, be careful because that's my daughter's Barbie. Don't rip the head off or anything. Don't do anything cool like that. So you might not want to pop the head off, but I know that needs an ass licking. What are you doing? Hold on. Whoa! What the?
There.
That's not how you. Oh, so you can lick it better then. So it doesn't remind you of your sister's Barbie dolls.
This one doesn't even come naked. Look at that.
What are you doing? You just pull. It's got a swimsuit on. How do you pull that to the side?
You can't.
How do you pull that swimsuit to the side?
You can't.
Hold it up again.
All right, I did it.
What was that? Hold on. Not even. I said 5 seconds. What I need you to do is in this position. I need you to hold it up just like this, and then stick your tongue on there and let it stay for 5 seconds.
I don't know who you are.
Go ahead.
You're a rich son of a bitch.
You said this. You said this. Look, he's contemplating the Barbie doll. It looks nice. It looks like he's contemplating. Are you gonna hold it there?
Ready?
You have to.
Ready? You get ready. Get ready to count.
I pulled 8. There's 8 people who did this.
Ready?
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's literally.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yeah, you get your ass licked.
That's for you.
Oh, sorry. What are you doing, Pappa J? You literally licked the doll's ass live on camera.
Horrific.
Look at that. Why is it wet? It's so wet. Why is your mouth so wet?
Because I just got done drinking some liquid death.
Oh, look at how slimy that kiss was. Look at that. Pappa J, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
What's wrong with this show?
Why would you lick a doll's ass?
What's wrong with us?
People paid to do this.
Why do we do this?
People paid to do this. How much did you spend today?
I spent just under 40.
So not normal people spend over $100. There's got to be a reason why people spent over $100, and I'm pretty sure it was to see you lick a Barbie doll's ass, which you'll get the up close and personal video footage on all of our social media. Pappa J, I gotta say thank you for.
Can we go now?
I gotta say thank you so much for participating in this, because one of the things I've been looking forward to for a while now.
Right.
Because you've said this. Nobody conned you into this.
I never said
you
it.
did this. You did this. I'll pull the audio next week just to make sure.
Yeah,
just
pull
like
it on Tuesday.
We'll pull all kinds of audio because you have a lot to prove not of, but I feel like I'm doing a lot of proving you wrong instead of you just showing me the evidence of where it didn't happen. I have to show you the evidence of where it
It's hard
did
for me
happen.
to show you something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, right?
Here's me not saying this.
Don't you think there's a reason why I'm asking you to show me something that doesn't exist? Because there's an idea in my head that it does exist because you showed it to me.
It doesn't.
You showed it to me, my
It
friend.
doesn't exist.
It does exist. Just like the end of the show. It exists. It's through this tunnel of you did it, I did it, no, you did it, no, you did it, plus he did it, she did it. It's coming. It's here. You guys made it. Thank you so much for tuning in to us live. We really appreciate it. We're down here at Gotham City Comics. There's still time to get down here before the shop closes. Pick up all your comic books, your Pokemon cards, pick up all your busts, your action figures. You can see them all here in all of our background. Pappa J, move that microphone so they can actually see it, my friend. There you go. It's everywhere. We're sitting in front of so much stuff. Thank you guys.
This really is the greatest place in the world.
I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites. Thank you guys for tuning in. You literally got to watch Pappa J lick a Barbie doll's ass and hold its tongue on there for a while.
Some people would say that was snack time.
Right, snack time. Thank you, Bulk Lesnar, for showing up and going to grab that hat. We really appreciate it. My goodness, we made it. You made it. Thank you all. Go like, subscribe, tune in. Check us out at BigLipRadio.com. We stream from our own website now. So if you don't have a YouTube or you don't want a Facebook or you don't want anything or sign up, just go to our website. You can watch us for free without having to give your email address up. And we'll never bother you or bug you, we promise.
Live and free.
And with that being said, we will catch you guys on Tuesday for the 288th episode, 58th episode of the Big Up Radio podcast. Peace.
We will not be canceled.
Metro by Metro came out of the game.